a tough situation goes, Heretics are one of the top teams to be able to handle it.
We go. Geo looking at hard point. This was from Major 1 at 1.22 overall. Every 10 minutes, 30 elims to 30 kills. That's very, very good production. Geo, an animal, an absolute animal, doing good work there for the Rocker Boys. Can he bring it here online? First map of the series, Skyline. I'll see you after that and a protocol to round things out. If we get to Vault, if we get to Red Card, we'll touch upon those later. But for now, as Ali said, strap in, kids. We're going to Skyline.
Yeah, the 30 plus there for kills per 10 minutes. You saw that was good enough to be third overall in the league. So Slang is definitely going to be there, but off the break, Heretics, I mean, it doesn't really get too much better than that. It turns out Geo, the only one able to find a kill, but at least Geo finds it over towards Piano. So they're going to have spawns for new for the time being and a very quick re-break over towards P1. And this is Skyline on its finest form. It will provide.
Real. Oh, he's singing. Dancing today. Lovely moves, his coverage from his teammates there as well. So Heretics with a nice bit of control at the top side of the map, and now presence down low. Rancor playing the hard point from way out in the open, finding kills. Lovely shots from Lucky, but Paul gets himself too. Nice to see Paul shooting hot again.
Yeah, I would say for me, Paul X is definitely the player to, like, if you're a Minnesota Rocker fan, he's the guy you want to see step up just a little bit. They've all had great moments, Paul X included in that. A lot of S&D clutches, but if you get more Slang production out of him, this team is going to be looking ferocious. And there you go in the kill feed. Paul picks up 2. Real, last man on the chopping block, but he ain't going to fall. He gives you the entire team. And why not add the cherry on top? Real, welcome to the top 5 plays.
I hope I was drowned out there, mate. Well done, Real. What a break. Spawns, hardpoint, you name it. That is a fantastic series of play. And he's not done yet, ladies and germs. 6-3. Not going to check his back, though, is he? Surely not. There we go. Nero puts it into it. But the hardpoint now still in the hands of the Heretics. Vamos Heretics now towards the front. Super on the pitch. A lovely 2. Nearly the 3. And that's the late break there with 20 seconds to go from Rocker.
Yeah, that's atrocious as well from Rocker. I'm not gonna lie. The first 3 players didn't shoot him back. Imagine being the 4th guy in line trying to trade out Real. You get a couple tags and you're like, he's not one shot. After all that, gentlemen, are we serious? But eventually you restabilize. Minnesota Rocker, they do start out slow. You're getting quad pieced up like that. Well, you gotta get the rust off.
And that one's going on socials. That was a 10-second clip. Wow, great stuff. New hardpoint though. At the ready, and Super smooth aim from Super. Love what I'm seeing here. Calm gameplay. Great heads up here, and we'll see if he can put his PDW to work here at great range, trying to help the break here against the Rocker Boys. Not going to happen. Estral middle of the map. Here comes another set of kills as he pushes his way forward. Oh no, Rancor pops right back into the fray. Pressure now on Paul, and here come the Heretics. Paul, the last man, brought down. Nice break.
Yeah, how about that? One gunfight, you think you got a guarantee against Rancor, but he strips it from you. In the meantime, Real just pushed out Piano. And because the grass spawns were open, Minnesota Rocker gonna be just handed a gift here on Skyline. So long-term opportunities for Rocker to get back in the game. In the kill feed, Paul X wins the big 1-4 spawn. So maybe Heretics a little bit too fast for themselves. And I gotta dig yourselves out of a little bit of a hole. P4 though, the setup right now, Rocker should have most players around, but it's already getting scattered. Skyline is a mini-map, so tough to predict.
Yeah, good luck, lads. Geo guns up at the ready for this one. Here comes the attempt. Oh, Real, nice shots. Super wins his fight upstairs, and now the last 3 remaining members of Rocker are on the point, and no problem. Paul answers with 2. Estral doesn't read the last man in the back, and Rancor is in. There's the break. GG's. Well done, Heretics.
And opportunity squandered there for Rocker as well. Won some of the initial gunfights, but only getting that first 15 seconds of time. Not exactly ideal. Things will stay mixy. Paul making an impact over towards the back line, and great tags and damage. I mean, he gets the kill before he falls, and just like that, Rocker right back inside of the time, and the crossfire setup is good for a couple trades, but Heretics just had extra men there. So as far as the bad situation P4 goes, and the mixiness of it is just going to continue. It's gonna be one of those maps. It's gonna be whoever can get the more scrap time collected will win a 10-point nail biter in the end.
Yeah, it's gonna happen, absolutely. Well, get your predictions in chat ready for the final score, because it's going to be a close one. Rancor with a couple in the feed. Super now towards P2. So we get ourselves into the second set of hardpoints. And as you've seen, folks, pretty close indeed. Paul X still keeping the gunny hot, keeping Roman. He's well engaged. 15 and 14 across everything right now for Rocker. And a couple of kills there for the Heretics. Back over to Real, his 18th kill of the map. He's looking sensational as ever. He was brilliant in Madrid. And now a 3 down. It's Rocker who are looking good.
And another big opportunity to at least attempt to get a decent bit of score flow in your way. That was a clean 4 down. Unfortunately, no trophies, and just like that, everybody's gonna fall. But trades rolling through and through. At least you're keeping the time white if you're on Minnesota, because you're playing for the spawns. Paul good for 2 in the feed, but so is Real. Still an absolute battle we have on the map, but for the first time in a long time, Heretics at least have a lead. Granted, not by a large margin, but Real, the largest man in the lobby, 22 kills. Maybe we have a kill record on the horizon.
Oh, and he's really working for it as well. The comms are superb right now for the Heretics, clearly. Not that that's a hint to go for a listen in, but right now it's all good in the kills department. 112 and climbing. Heretics in firm control. Rocker, an attempted break, but you got to get through Super on the back line. Doing what he can to stay alive here. Paul finds one, and again, an open hard point for a Mo. Nero Estriel. There we go, Super. You're all alone. Can you time this to perfection? Slip slide, no good. Nice spread there from Rocker. They're going to maintain that presence on the back line.
That's crazy. The Super's like spot he was playing wasn't even good enough to block the spawn zone on the back of the map. Got to make eye contact with that, and the mixedness is just going to continue. I mean, any team gets a hill for a few seconds, it gets stripped away, bounce back and forth, but the main battle, I suppose, is going to be for Scrap, and Paul X maybe delivers for his squad, or the trade fest will continue. I mean, this has just been a very slow climb of a lead for Heretics, but they have had the upper hand.
Well, exactly, they've had the upper hand, and they've had that lead now for quite some time, going into, you know, the third hard point now. They've still got it, and Nero making a case to break it, but Real once again 27, truly the biggest man in the lobby by quite a margin. Nader there, Heretics, they may have lost the hard point. We'll go for a listen and hear the break.
Hay un pedazo, 100%, 100%.
Es super pedos arriba, dame un segundo.
Pedos externo se cae, seguro.
Puede que sea un pedo. Se ha tirado el Jim. Se piña cara. Flanquea otra vez, un tiro.
Puede matar,
Va para Jim, va para Jim. Jim, muerto.
La estoy yendo medio contigo, Chemi.
Está
Arriba, pasarela. Vale,
Vale.
pasarela y punto, chaval.
Pasarela,
Voy a ir de cara contigo.
Vale,
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 vamos a echar el C2
Ahí
contigo,
sí,
Lucky.
la barra Vale, solo buscáis dos spawners en el frente y el dos
No,
en
derecha, se
medio.
me abre.
Puedes mirar a la derecha.
Estoy pegando nuestra
Tengo la derecha, ¿vale? Tengo la derecha.
izquierda, barra Wick. Barra,
Otra más detrás en el fireplace.
all good.
Era 100 barba, era 100 piano.
Era 100 piano,
Vamos para arriba, vamos para arriba.
Vale, yo por delante, yo por
Está
delante.
pegando, sí, bro. Sí, sí.
Está tocando tiros.
No hace echar,
Hay una cama conmigo.
Voy a echarle a, vale.
Tirarle a una, dos.
Está tumbado.
Muerto.
Hay
Hay
dos más,
sí, es real rocas.
Hay dos, chavales.
Te voy a ir por todo,
muerto. No, toma fondo. Son dos fondos, tenemos que estar allá. Yo trabajo cama también. A la izquierda fuera, ¿vale?
Muerto, otro más contigo,
Sí,
bañera.
sí, al fondo, bro.
Está la bañera, Chema, la bañera y fondo, bañera, Chema.
Vale, es el último.
Bañera, vale,
Está muerto, ya está.
Prisioneros
Van a ir de
están ahí
frente,
ya,
ve al
sí,
fondo.
están ahí.
Pueden ir fondo.
Tiro
Van a ir por B3, van a ir por B3.
Te miro y sí yo, ¿vale? Y sí, muerto.
Después de single,
Tengo yo fondo, tengo yo fondo.
ya, no
Sí,
puedo.
doy cama, me vas a cama.
Cama no veo. Entra por el fondo.
Uno muerto,
Un tiro en el
te
punto
cago
del
en
tío.
el piano.
El
Está en el
P1
baño
tocado,
de
le he dado 2 tiros P1.
Jugando por el
Sale en
va yendo
cocina.
mal. Iván es real, está
Una cocina.
muerto.
Cocina muerto.
Súper buena,
Arriba
Sí, es el último.
un tiro, Paul.
Sí, y el de la
¿Qué
anterior
hace?
falta.
Ahí sí, muerto.
Buena esa.
Ya quedan 5.
Suma tú, súper.
Tengo yo,
Vale,
pero...
¿tienes dos B3?
Fíjate,
Vale.
fíjate.
Te tengo cama abajo.
Van a ir under, vale. Van a ir under,
tengo
toca
under,
tiro.
tengo under, tengo
No te
under.
ayudo. No hay nadie en la derecha del mapa, bro.
No ven a under,
Está tocando el anterior.
He dejado under, Ah, sí, tengo uno, vale, tengo uno under, bro.
Nadie derecha del mapa.
Under,
Nadie derecha del mapa,
Real
bro.
está under en mí, bro.
Arriba y sí, tío, arriba y sí, tocado.
P2 ya, P2 y
Arriba
counter.
y sí.
Tengo chip yo, ¿vale?
Es negro, es negro.
Tengo-
Tengo cama. Carga de casa,
Vale, puedo matar al de...
Messi muerto.
Sí, buena,
Está en
buena.
cama.
Aguanta vivo.
Vale, front P2 y cama.
Rompe dos,
Te
está
queda
un tiro.
el del punto.
No hace chal, bro, el de
Esta piano
front
se la ha
P2.
visto, piano ser.
Pasarla a pushar, negro y otro piano
Esto no veo.
Close y negro, close y negro. Y
Está conmigo, está en el...
negro, que negro.
Me mata.
El punto, uno ahí toca a punto y otro más en piano.
Uno en nuestro punto y otro en...
Did in fact cast a curse the hell out of the Heretics. Sorry, boys, might be. Over now to Rocker, who've got a firm lead now. Chance, and they've got themselves P2 as well.
Yeah, well, the P2 is going to be better than the actual hill time. A trophy ends up getting him out, but Estriel in prime position to get the kills. They know one man has slipped through white steps. That's going to be super. But on the minimap, he's getting absolutely hunted down. And there you see the coordination, and the snaps are there as well, but the coordination might fall. Pollex loses the extra one. And the spawns, though, still come through for Minnesota. Geo picks him up just in time. So P2 time secured for the moment. This has been a relentless battle.
Yeah, that's great though for Rocker. You started a little slow. You've now managed to pick up some pace. You've got the lead, lads. Here we go into what could be the final hard point if you get all this time, and it's not going to happen. There we go. Nero trying to stay alive here. Another chance. Super finds his way through. Super finds 2 out of it. Estra will true his own. Hard point still in the hands of Rocker for now. It's all on a Real. Trying to get it kills. Nothing. X is there. Saves the day. 30 to go. You're not going to win it here. The Heretics, they are battling for this time. They do not want to go down to another wire fight on Skyline.
Oh, not at all, and especially not against this team. I gotta say for Paul X, though, he has been winning some insane gunfights. Close range with the aims hasn't mattered to him, so he has been stepping up, but you still gotta deliver. The Rocker, it is more than their game to lose. I mean, they got a massive lead right now that they have been able to accrue. Finally, on a map 1, they might find some success.
Here we go. Nero, the king of the kitchen, brought down by Rancor. A new head chef in place, I think not. Estral, though, doing the cooking now. The time ticking away. Rocker in the firmest of positions to win the map here. Can they hold on to another attack from the Heretics? Here it comes. Real finds 2. Nero now on the pinch. Super gets involved as well. It's a clean break and a good hold.
Yeah, a good hold because Real picks up 3 again. I mean, Real, he has been the titan in this lobby in the kills column, so gotta tip that. But Estral, he's just taking time, going on the deepest of pinches, and it gets red, but not before it gets one. It does the damage, so the off angle maybe could have costed, but no, they delivered. Super picks up the 2.
Oh, you in? He's in. He's back, folks. Still holding on, Heretics. My word. 15 seconds to rock here on this point. You look at the rotation as well, and it's all good for Rocker. They're over the other side of the map. They're looking at new.
This is gonna be tough to break down. I mean, Real's picking up Aaron kills. There's number 40. He is doing everything he can.
You've got it. Real.
Trying to make things happen, Miles.
All on a Rocker now, though. They've got full control. Rocker in the driver's seat. Lucky looking to get the late minute pinch. Not going to happen. Wait, it's Super and Rancor, the heroes for the Heretics.
Surely there is no way, Miles. This is not going to happen. Not a comeback this large. Not in this kind of moment. I've been told Rocker is the team with grit. Heretics, can they have enough?
Here we go. We put the grit to the test. Lucky holding the front. Oh no! A man from Secret. Real finding kills again. No, Super can't hold on. Still Rancor with them kills. 10 for the win. Heretics are doing it.
How's this for grit? They're gonna get it done. The last set, Geo for 2. The slide's rolling through. It's the contested. Geo gives you everything, but the new man on the block, Super, hits you with the nade, gets the dub.
Oh my word. Heretics. Rancor can barely believe it. Look at his face. And Super, welcome to the league. That's a memorable first map. And a well-played effort there from Rocker. You started slow, lads. You just couldn't finish that line. 2 seconds was all they needed. And the Heretics, vamos indeed in map 1.
Yeah, that is ridiculous stuff. I mean, we were sort of shouting out Real's top 5 play he had early on towards P2, and for good reason. Absolutely disgusting, but he had like 6 of those moments in one game. Real, I mean, just a god amongst men. Top damage, actually not top damage in Lottie. Nero was able to take that, but Nero didn't get the 40 bomb, so he's not getting the praises in that regard. And 14 objective kills for guys like Rancor as well. Yeah, those 2 players frying and thriving.
Fantastic. Quick look at the end of the map, folks. The Skyline, we said, in the end of the first set. So P4 finished up, and we were like, yeah, this one's going to come down to the wire. And absolutely did not disappoint. Look at that scoreline, 248, and the Heretics, it all started there.
I mean, this is just pure insanity. And like the ice and resolve and the comps flowing through the new teammates, a lot of crazy stuff happening. And as close as this got, I mean, they just did a great job of like getting all the clear out kills. As big as an impact as Nero made with that gunfight win. Trades instant, Real flying back to make it happen. And frankly, just the double nade kill coming in from Super. Number 1 on the minimap, little cook right there. Might lose the gunfight, but it lands in the perfect spot. Rocker just trying to flood through in the end. The chaos of Skyline always will provide.
Oh man, again, that was a raw nade. That was no cook whatsoever. He sent that in, not even al dente, not a touch of a cook from that nade. It really was a slow one. A Rocker were unable to get out of the bedroom in time. Fragmentation cuts down 2 players, and the frustration there, I mean, come on. You lip read that one all day, folks. Tough scenes for Rocker in map 1. I hope they can maintain that resolve though, because Let's face it, folks, these ones always go the distance. Heretics, can they get it done in 4? Like Nameless thinks, we'll find out. But hey, what a hard point. Skyline, another 2-second banger to add to the books.
Yeah, and just to sort of toss more stats at you from the Rocker side, they've had 13 series, 8 have gone to game 5, 5 have been 3-1s, whether they win or lose, and they haven't had a single 3-0. Like, they've never been 3-0'd, haven't 3-0'd anybody. So if Rocker are getting some airtime, they're trying to get it all. But the other sort of stat for them is the map ones. They just don't have it in them for whatever reason, just off the rip, and maybe it is just luck not being on their side, because obviously they put up a good fight there. But where they do not succeed in map 1s, in S&D and map 2 specifically, these guys have been fantastic. So you know Rocker are going to hit the bounce back. Question is, can Heretics on their map of Hacienda with the new guy in Super be able to provide?
That's the big question. Heretics have always looked good on Hacienda, especially when it comes to S&D, but we'll find out because they've got a tough opponent to go up against, Chancellor, and that is the man Estriel. He has been a super player for Rocker. He's been a great player. I mean, since he joined the league, there's been a lot of questions around the eye test. He doesn't always look like the best player in the squad, but statistically, he absolutely is. S&D star so far. Look at that, boys and girls.
Yeah, doesn't really get better than first place for many of these stats. So he gets a high level of production, 0.81, super solid, obviously top of the league, and opening to win percentage. This is just for his team where he is #1, actually. So important to know, but super solid. And I know you talk about the eye test. I know for me, on like the mini map test, there's never a moment in time where I feel like Estriel is in a bad spot or making a bad play, whether he's going for the first bloods, trying to be the entry man, or if he's a player to watch in the clutch. The guy clearly has a good eye for the game, and always fun to watch him play.
Absolutely. And a key moment we'll be having, again, going into this matchup, watching Estriel. Will he be the difference maker? Heretics have looked good on the map. Super, of course, changes things a little bit. We'll find out for Rocker. I mean, they are a squad who, we talk about that grit. We talk about the fact you can never count them out. They always get their, they find their moment in the series to keep rolling, and this well could be it. S&D on its way. Both teams on a losing streak as far as things are concerned, but that's coming off the back of, crazy matches in Madrid. A nice rematch between these two. Great looks overall in the S&D chance, 12-9. That for me is enough of a clear indicator to lean Rocker in the start of this one.
At least a little bit, and especially the fact that Heretics have a new man on the squad. A lot more to figure it out in S&D. And for Super, I don't know if it's going to be a situation where the team wants to make him more comfortable and let him do the normal thing, or if they just want to sort of slot him into Metal's previous role. But there's going to be a slight lack of comfort on one side. If Rancor gives you the first blood, you feel a lot better. Estriel able to back down, working with Nero, but Rancor, right now, he's just giving you everything. Big advantage, I'd say, for Heretics.
He gives you everything and some. He stays alive. He keeps those nades at bay. Brilliant stuff. The body block. Hot hands as well. Here we go. Falls on a nice flank. Picks up at least one. Eyes on the second player as well. So you know the move over towards B for our defending team is there. We bring in the bomb as well, Estriel. I love this. You might be able to catch them as they leave the site.
Not anymore. You've sort of lost your timings. You got splits coming through from the Heretics players. They've cleared out the A site. You get Lucky in the window. Should be able to spot out the information. So Lucky can see it all. Now he needs to stay alive. And unfortunately for him, just gets caught. And you know where Super is as well. New kid on the block in a 1v2. What do you got?
Oh, he's not going to bang the door. I love this. Oh, my. Nice tags into the first. The second man, though, thankfully looking the right way. Super's nade might have just hit the sort of rim of the bomb site and, taking a swim in the lake. Otherwise, that could have been quite the moment. Paul, though, finds 3 in the round. And a lovely bit of recovery here. Good stuff out of Rocker.
And, more themes for the Minnesota Rocker team. Love to see Paul shoot the way he has. I mean, the map loss from map 1 doesn't feel great, but he was shooting his gun, winning some big ones. So he was putting up in the slaying category, and that is a very strong start to the S&D as well. Rancor gives you the first blood, gives you the follow-up, but in the 2v3, Paul X and Estriel. And by those two, I do just mean Paul X gave you a little something extra. It's a very nice first round.
He popped himself a little 3 milligram. Get himself rocking and rolling in this round. Here we go. Geo, though, starts off proceedings with a nice bit of tag work through the wall there. And Nero's got the opportunity to pick up the pincher in a big way. Super, though, perfect timing on the drop. He's going to find at least one. That's a red dot. Oh, no. Estriel guns him. takes care of that. Now you got the man advantage. Real, though, soaring and shooting. Brilliant stuff. A man advantage right now for Rocker.
Oh, but Gio, yeah, I'd back down from that too. Pick a different direction. And Real is out here full sending. Lucky to 1v3. Not a lot of time, and he is going to get hunted. Minnesota Rocker. Yeah, they're not going to let that one slip. That is high active gameplay. Good decision making. And making sure Real does not put you on an absolute mixtape.
That was close. Like the first one was bad enough. The second one was a little bit disrespectful. He was definitely going for it. But hey, man, put Omni movement to the test. It works out. Rocker, though, find themselves another round. So good looks from them in the search.
Yeah, and this is sort of as expected, their wheelhouse as well. And hopefully we see a nice little bounce back from Heretics, but it's never a fun look when you're picking up the Bloods and end up losing the first one. So gonna have to dig just a little bit deep here on the defensive end, but if you trust yourself for the hallway domination, you might have to trust yourself again because they're going right back to it, attacking Rock Hall, and they'll have 2 players to meet.
And once again, oh no, it's Super in the close. Perfect trades there. Magnificent work. 2 for Super, 1 for Real. Now down to Paul. 1v3. And it's a bad look as he's now stunned. That is nearly impossible. Here come the reinforcements. The Heretics will swarm. He might take one with him to the grave, but that is the Heretics on the board.
Yep, shout out Super as well. Very quick to snap into like the double corner setup over towards Rock, and there's a lot of pressure in these moments to deliver. Picks up a big 2, secures the round. That is the bounce back you're looking for. Quick and easy, no complaints, no issues, solid trades. They're jumping on the play call as well. Good S&D being played between these 2 teams.
Great hard point, good S&D. I bet the control will be rubbish. No, that's not. Here we go. Here we go. Another round. Scoreboard's a little bit out of whack, folks. Make sure to look at the player profiles to find out the real stats. Speaking of real stats. Oh, yeah, come on. Come on. Couple of dads over here.
Yeah, we don't know that.
Yeah, you do. I've seen you play ranked. Real, checking absolutely everything.
Yeah, but they just have no space on the map. They have gone for such a turtled setup, and Rocker in the meantime have just gotten so active. Nero posted up in a corner. You got mid-map covered by Paul down low. And you're even spotting out the information on the cross. So Estriel at least is going to be able to tell you a lot of pressure over towards A. And Super is an island player, so a lot of things developing on the mini-map, but that is a tough development. At least the trades are through for a 3v3, but this mini-map right now is chaos.
Too lucky. And now he's banged up. Gio, massive advantage there in the hit points department. He's going to be able to put him out of play. That advantage to Rocker, and nearly, now a 2v1. Rencor with less than 30 seconds to go. Can he recover bomb or can he find the kills? It does look like for now, Minnesota Rocker, they should have eyes on that bomb. At the very least, Paul knows it's there. And here come the reinforcements of Rencor. A matter of time to take the fights, and he has to be decisive. He's got to get going. Here's the final 10. How's the fight going to go? Not well enough. Nero holds his nerve, wins the round.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunate stuff with the nade at the start. Whatever, one lands on your teammate when they're cooking a frag, does that extra bit of damage. So I think that's how the First Bloods technically got traded out. But into 3v3, guys like Super trying to make the play, but just the fact that Lucky gets picked by Gio, the difference maker, and Rocker make sure they handle their man advantage situations to a T. So Gio's been on point with the wall banks. I mean, he's found, I think it might have been Lucky twice, actually, through walls. That's tough.
Yeah, Gio's been the X-ray master so far. I think he's sitting at 5 kills. A nice 3-1 lead so far for Rocker. Again, man advantage situations, and this is a perfect run. Plenty of members of the Heretics over here by B as well, and a single kill there takes Gio out of the equation, so the walls are now safe. You can put your backs to whatever you want now, lads. Heretics not letting go of B.
Yeah, they've dominated the B side on the defensive end. And Nero, keep in mind, he is making this play with the bomb, so you have to make a play if you have the man disadvantage, but with the bomb is always dicey. Super down low, might just be common everything he could potentially hear up above him. And he gets the first blood, or at least the next pick as well, and in the back line. Oh, man. Look at that read on Estriel, and if not, Rencor would have gotten the kill. Nero for a 1 versus 4. Godspeed.
I mean, honest to God, that was a superb play from Super. Not only does he, I mean, the first kill was impressive enough. He uses the Super Dumpy to bang the door open, so he He sprints backwards into that door to bang it open, bait the player out through mid. Easy kill there. Picks up the next guy, you know, trying to take care of his teammate. That was a superb play out of Super. All puns intended. Absolutely love what I saw at that round.
Yeah, and even just for Heretics now, back-to-back defensive rounds where they just completely dominate you over towards Rock and over on that B site. I mean, Rocker maybe trying to work it as well. If it's going that painful, they might be forced to just go to A later on, but Super, awareness on point. Don't know if he got the comms earlier on, but either way, fantastic read, great kills. And I know the scoreboard's broken, but Super has quite a few in this game as well.
Yeah, great work, man. We'll look at Super in a second. Over to Lucky, though, 1 and 4 for now. We're going to get that bomb down. That's going to certainly help. No one from Rocker nearby. It's going to be Paul, the first man into the action. He will be the one making contact first, and there it is. He has discharged his rifle, and it has not amounted to a whole lot. Lucky now on the reposition. Trophies are gone. Nice tags into Nero, but not going to be enough to get the job done. Now on the setup, the 4v4. 30 seconds on the clock. Let's dance.
You just run out of time. Flanks rolling through. Freebie there from Real. Or maybe not the movement good enough to leave Lucky in a 1 versus 4 where the damage is great, but simply not enough. The devil in the details in a game like this, in the retake successful. Nero, the speedster in that moment, just enough to bait Real into death.
That was nice. Really cool retake. Rocker, once again, they get their man advantages. I think they had the first blood in that round as well. It was Nero. He's been sensational search and destroy for the Rocker side. Estriel might be getting all the loves in the stats, but man, another good round out of them. Lucky finding himself in these 1vx situations every time on the attacking rounds. Rocker, big defensive work, 4-2.
And they've gotten shut down at B so many times. What does Minnesota Rocker do? Right back to B. They do not care. And hey, maybe this one will work. It's the blind counter. This time, nobody is home. So all that successful B defense, and maybe Heretics just get baited into it. Nero with the first blow.
Good man advantage. You get the first one at the very least. Super unable to catch these players out. Trophy system's going to save him. Geo finds another lovely tags again. Super gets the damage, but no one is going to be there to pick it up. Geo has done more than enough. Take care of the player in Boathouse. Lucky and Super. Good luck, boys. 2 on Rock. 1 out by Checkers. This is a tight setup.
They're just trying to wake the pinch happen. It's first player make contact, other guy try to get in and make a play, but they got eyes on Lucky. Super gives you 1, and Lucky does the damage for another. Nero in between the pair of them, and Superhero on the 1v3 effectively. New kid on the block. Man might be a star.
Hey, Dios mío, Super. And he's playing it cool. I wouldn't be playing it cool. I'd be on my feet. That was a 3. What a retake. Vamos, Heretics. Uno. Dos. Actually, sorry, this was the trace. That was the 3rd kill. Unbelievable. We get to watch it all back here, folks. Super slide sight. After Lucky's intel play there, Nero's tagged up. Super wins the 1 on the player going for the poke. And the final man, Nero, it's the iron on his hip that gets the kill. Super. Another great round.
And again, just to tip it to Lucky as well, that's a fantastic little side view there. So shout out to the observers of just catching Lucky distracting 2 different players and setting his boy up for the big play. So you set him up, you got to knock him down, and you've done so. Of course, though, Heretics still down 4-3, but Real has been hyperactive in the first blood category. This time wins it, but this time not trading out because Real is him. 3v2 for Heretics.
Hey, careful, Super. Friendly fire? I don't think he hit him.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, that slows the play down somewhat. It's a love tap. Good job, bro. Big, heavy pat on the back. A-bomb site wide open. Nobody home. Heretics going to be able to get this plant. Nero, though, moving fast and with pace. Liberty has sped his step now. Will he catch these players? Are they going for it? Yeah, a little too late. Oh, no, it wasn't. Lucky down. 2v2.
That's the opportunity. Now it's Geo, him and Nero working together. And Geo's taking a route, so Nero wants to get the intel, and again, it might be just whoever makes first contact, send the next guy in for the kill. Geo making noise. Geo finds the pick, and now you got the 1-man isolated. Might be a breakdown unless Super can deliver again.
But it's Super. It was fine. But the bad news, it's Super! And look at this! That's 3 sensational rounds for the rookie.
Hey, this is just to tie it up. We might have a banger, but Super handling the ice for the squad. A 2-point game in the hard point where he gets the big double kill towards the end to win it for the team. And here he is now. Nero guesses wrong, imperfectly played, gets out of dodge. Don't overcommit to the gunfight. Finish him off with a pistol. Nice little pump action there as well. Super. Back-to-back heroic rounds.
Uno pump though, just the Uno. He's having a map. 4-4. Hacienda still looking solid for the Heretics, but we're not over yet. 2 more rounds. Have we got it in us? Rocker once again. It's the defensive rounds that have been superb kind to them, but we'll find out. Nades up. That's not going to hit unless anyone hits the window at the right time. Rencor nearly. That would have been something.
This is just going to be such a distant retake for the 4v4. That's bombed down for free. And if you're having to clear out through spawn and Heretics are going for the full wrap, it takes so much time to check everything. And the setup right now for Minnesota Rocker, pretty solid. Tough one to break down.
Yeah, real tough. You're going to make your way through Archers and be in trouble. If they take the long route, they're going to be in trouble again. Here comes the 2-man hit through Raul. Ah, there you go, Nero. Nice opener. He's going to vacate. RC car might help out. Real finds one. And here it goes. Zoom, zoom through the middle of the map. You force Nero out of permission. And here we go. 2v2. Gio makes it now all down to Real. Real, 1v1. You know exactly where he is. Not enough time to get the defuse. But Heretics, what an attempt. If not for the timing, they were on for that one. RC car doesn't quite work out. Map point Rocker.
Good Lord. I mean, everything. It is just a battle between these two teams. This is a tough one. You feel the pressure and shades of what was happening in the major. Absolute square up battle where it can come down to the wire, but job's not finished. Round away for Minnesota Rocker. We'll see if they can execute and tie this series up, or if Heretics are just going to continue to pull off those blender sort of moments, force it to around 11 and test their mettle again.
I'll see for Rocker this time round. Zoom, zoom over towards the A side of the map. Nobody home. The Heretics will be. B plant. Full setup here for the Heretics. Pull down and out. Gives them a big advantage. There's Rencor with another big one from Rock. Super in the tight corner. A late flank here from Gio. And there's no way. We're going to around 11. Gio's going to do what he can, but there is no way, boys and girls. Rocker. You had your chance. Don't let it slip like the skyline. Chance to be back in a moment, folks. Until then, around 11 between the Heretics and Rocker. Who gets defense again will possibly determine how this one goes down. Welcome back, Mr. Ashworth.
Thank you, thank you.
It's round 11, by the way. Here we go.
I know, brother. I know. We're trying to get turned for this one.
RC cars expended for both sides, so not a streak to play with as far as we're aware. And it's a banger at A. We're all going for it. Send it in, lads. Trophy systems at play. Real looking to be the furthest man forward right now for the Heretics. Tagged up. Oh, the fence work is doing its very best to keep him alive. Here comes Gio for the kill. And he gets it. First blood. Over to Lucky. Unable to get the trade. Paul drives the spear deeper. 2v4.
It's the grit. It's the grit. And Rencor can't get it done. Just like that, Minnesota Rocker, the ice provides again.
Oh. A little too gritty as Rocker managed to find the window and stop the run of the Heretics, and not even Super with 3 absolutely brilliant rounds to put that one down. 1-1 tied up going into control.
Yeah, and I love it, man. This is a good Call of Duty being played. Even if Skyline is a map, can be just insanity. The guys absolute provided. And around 11 as well. Great battles in the S&D, man. These two teams, for whatever reason, they decide to deliver. So fun work for them. And as you pointed out, for the protocol control, maybe the only stinker, but it is a different look as well. The B zone has been adjusted. And I think this is an important map as well to see if either of these teams can set themselves apart, because in effect, control was the difference maker at the major.
I'm just happy we're not seeing a Vault S&D in this one, but that's enough of us. We'll take over to the desk now to break down the last 2.
Me too, Miles. Me too.
Yes.
Can we bring Rewind back?
Can we?
Who do we talk to?
Whoever's decision it was.
Who
Pro
is in
players.
charge of these decisions?
I personally
pro
like
players?
the decision of Rewind not being in. I feel like we should bring back another DLC map or BO4 map.
I think we should take a look at highlights from map number 2.
I guess we can do that
this
too.
Is Search and Destroy. It had 11 rounds. Which one do you want to walk me through, Alley Cat?
Personally, I want to walk around the last one because they were so
Too bad. We're starting with round 2.
and tired of Real being outer fence. But this was a really great Search and Destroy. I want to say from both sides, especially for Minnesota Rocker. They've been struggling in the S&D recently. I touched on it earlier. They went from like a top 3 to like maybe 5th, 6th, a little bit more middle of the pack. They weren't closing out those later S&Ds in the game 5. So for Minnesota Rocker, maybe an opportunity here to expand their map pool. On the flip side, Super is pretty freaking good.
Yeah, the kid's unbelievable. And it's just funny because you look at the series from the major, same 2 maps, 1-1, same team won each respective map, so we're kind of getting a mirror of that series. But for Minnesota, typically they like to go B on this map. We saw some good A pushes this time around. You know, in that very last round, just all-out aggression, just playing their trades, letting it work for them. But yeah, I'm impressed by Super. Slow start to that map 1, Chris, but in this game too, the kid was unbelievable. We're seeing some huge highlights here. Big kill, transition over to the heady, finds the kill to clutch up the round. Might have something special, man.
Spanish players coming out of the woodwork and making their impact felt around the CDL. It was Rancor for Major 1. Now Super has his premiere in our Major 2 qualifiers. We got to remember, though, it is knotted up at 1-1 because of this round. Minnesota takes round 11. Allie, walk me through it.
They were just tired of Real being over here. So you saw that early aggression where literally almost all 4 players Minnesota Rocker were just trying to lay that damage into Real. He ends up getting taken down in that first blood, and then from then on, Minnesota Rocker were like, we have the bodies, we have the trades, so we can just push right onto site. We go for this plant, doesn't even matter, they get the kills. And Minnesota Rocker, aggression and grit once again, getting them that match.
Yeah, I mean, the issue there for Miami is like if you have some hallway control and you can get up top secret, you can kind of even out odds there, maybe get a trade. Just positionally, they just didn't have it, right?
Yeah.
So Real kind of gets caught, and then Rencor's just too deep into their base, right? So just aggressive, something that, you know, Minnesota noticed early on, like, hey, we can take advantage of this, and works out 6-5. Same thing they did in that last time they played.
It's time to draw some conclusions, Nameless, as we are wrapping up halftime here. What do you have from game 1?
Yeah, let's jump into it. Let's talk about the end of this HP. I mean, a lot of Rock fans probably watched this like, how the hell did we not win this? So it just comes down to their setup here. And, you know, this is something they probably went over a million times. You can see 241 to 218. They need 9 seconds, and they have positioning over at New Hill, right? So you got Gio. He's here at Old. He's going to find a kill and then eventually get traded. But here's where the issue comes in. So you got Lucky, the guy we're always highlighting at the end of these skylines, making big plays. He's going to go around here and find a pick onto Estriel. And this is why this is such a bad setup. If you're the side of Minnesota, you should probably have a guy back Umbrella because he just has so many angles. Like Estriel's focused over here for when the player kills Gio trying to get a trade. If he's back Umbrella, he can see stairs, he can see the back, he can even assist Hill, and the player that flanks around top cannot kill you, right? I know that's a lot of lines, but those are the sight lines. And what happens here is you got Paul X looking down low, so you don't have this right side choke. You have nobody watching it. So let's jump back into a play and see how this plays out. Like right here, if you're Estriel, you just want to be at that umbrella. You don't want to be exposed. He ends up getting picked, and then Paul X has to redirect his attention, which then allows the player in the hill to die, and now you have Miami Heretics with full control of this hill. You're going to reposition Rencor up top, and it's a trade battle, but what happens here is that we get a spawn out. We've seen it so many times. You're going to see a player spawn over here on the side of Heretics, which just allows them to come in and sandwich them, find an extra kill. A dead nade comes in from Rencor for the 2-piece, and that's all she wrote. Just a huge break at the end, which comes through Lucky. We keep saying his name.
And not only that, like you saw in your mini map there a couple of seconds ago, like number 5, Paulex, he was going to go and hit that lower side from kitchen. He ends up backtracking, going back towards mid with his teammates to just flood through front, where we're watching over and over and over again. They're just running into this pre-fire of this SMG, and it's like, I almost wish he committed to that route.
It's just tough.
Lucky grenade saved Miami that game. Let's keep it real. Well done, though, as Miami has now gone to a round 11 in a game 2, looking stronger than I thought in Search and Destroy. We've got map number 3 loading up here in just a moment. Alley Cat, are you confident in your pick right now?
I am still confident in my pick, but this should be a bang out of a control where the last series, it was 2 horrible control teams going at it at their worst map. This is 2 pretty good control teams going at it at their best map. So this should be a banger.
Game is ready. Miles and Chance, it's your turn.
Well, thank you very much, team. We'll find out how the control goes now. Protocol, yeah, new B zone chance. We've seen a few of these now. What are your thoughts and feels about the change?
I think I like it. You know, the biggest problem you have on protocol is like the spawn traps, which that is still going to exist for the offensive end. But now it's when you make it towards the B zone, there's just less things to watch. You could push out back lighthouse, force the deep spawn, and just funnel people in through the middle of the map. You don't constantly have to worry about the computer's pressure. So I think it makes life a little bit easier for the offensive team, which is needed and nice. Question is, how well can the players handle the new adjustments as well? Because on short notice, some teams will just be better than others.
Yep, it's the way it goes, folks, until we get our ducks in a row for a lot of our squads. Let's see how this one goes for Heretics. Ali called it. 2 teams who are good at control, a good map for both of them. See how the change affects the outcome here. Heretics, though, of course, a little bit of a different look. Super has been fantastic so far in that search and destroy. The hardpoint wasn't terrible either. Let's face it, 2-second victory. But this is how the last 2 games of control have looked so far. Last 5, in fact. And what do you know, Chance? Not great.
Yeah, there's a lot of stats coming in. When we had the 23 vault controls in a row at the start of the year, a lot of teams either had good-looking control or bad-looking control, but it was only for one map. And now that other maps are getting forced in the rotation, there are some teams that have been exposed. So control, definitely a pain point for both of these squads. Certainly the place where they need to step it up, and maybe the new adjustment can help them just out a little bit on protocol. And I know on the side of Heretics, a big reason why they actually got the leg up over Minnesota come major time. So you want to close it out on the swing mode, and especially so for Heretics, because map 4, a vault hardpoint, the Rockers still have a perfect record. So not technically a must-win map here for Miami, but more than likely should be.
It would be nice, let's face it. Well, we'll find out how this all goes down. New look on protocol for both of these teams. The rankings overall not been great yet. They were part of the vault inflation early on in the season.
There you go. Yeah.
But both on a 2-game control losing streak. We'll see if this changes. Who's gonna get it, boys and girls? Rocker, they will be on attack first, and it looks like we're going to be.
Hey, that's an interesting call as well off the rip. You're gonna have to win a lot of gunfights to sort of get through, and Rancor just simply not gonna let that happen. He goes up on the P2 heady, and he's dropping everybody in sight. So Rancor gonna shut down that entire push by himself, and now his SMGs get to be nuisances inside their spawn.
Rancor,
but it might just be him.
Hey, if you play that guy in rank, you'd be screaming cheater at that moment in time. What a start from him. 5-1. Real in your spawn. Real with a fadeaway. Paul's in trouble. Smooth shot. Stays alive. Gets his boys out of spawn. Rancor, though, is in your spawn, and he is hot right now. 6-2.
Yeah, Rancor is going to be sweating. He's like, guys, like I'm in the mix right now. I'm in war, just a little bit of help, but it's still these players that are just being, again, nuisances behind enemy lines. But Rocker don't necessarily entirely clean house. Super the last one behind enemy lines they got to worry about. Geo on time, so uncomfortable, eventually overwhelmed. And this has been pretty solid stuff on the defensive end, literally just because of Rancor.
The man doing it all. 35 seconds to go. Real still in spawn. Lucky here now as well. Estra with lovely awareness. Plucks Spiral from his life. And now back over towards the other side of the map. Though you don't get into a zone though, lads. So you're in the red. 23 seconds to go. You should be able to get into the A zone at the very least. Lucky's going to have a present for you waiting in a few seconds. Here comes Super through the middle of the map. Geo managed to catch one out. Time still ticking. Here we go.
Yeah, I fear Esther in that moment probably needed to pick up a kill or at least slow him down, but instead it's still just chaos. So difficult to get control of, and now you got the flanks rolling through, and it would have been a freebie, but the awareness on point, and maybe Rocker again, 10 seconds left on the game clock. They might have the grit another time.
Oh, this is the second segment gone. The third is about to complete. Lovely kills. The third man joins the point into the fray, and now it's a strong offensive line here from Rocker. Into the fight you go. Geo on a 3 spree. Looking for number 4. Spots out Real perfectly. Will he win the gunfight? Yes, indeedy, son. Over towards B. The capture's already begun. You've got the numbers, and this could well be the zone.
And you got to make sure you pick up top. Geo is a little there late, so he at least gets the trade, but unfortunately Nero falls. Now Paul X needs support on the outer lane. There's one for Geo, the lineup for 2, and Nero gets the extra one, and he is instantaneous, looking for some spawners, forcing just the depth spawn. This might be an offensive round success. Rocker finding every single kill, and with a 7 versus 2, you'd rather die than give up the ticks. How about that for Minnesota?
They still give up 4 segments, so 4 ticks into the bank of Rocker going into round 2. Great stuff. Opening B hit was good. I mean, Renkor's defense was admirable and again noteworthy, but not enough to stop anything there. Tough looks here from Heretics against Super. Just that new player in the squad. There's a tiny lack of cohesion there. And that is certainly costing you. Rocker start things off well. 12-8 though for Rancor. Can't do anything but tip it.
12 on defense, like 12 in any round. That's a third of their lives. That's insurmountable. And keep in mind, Minnesota had 7 left over. So that's what, 12 kills out of the 23 total. So in spite of that Herculean effort, Geo gives you a little bit something more towards the end, and Rocker get an offensive round win. So offense, again, I think is going to be a little bit easier now with the change, but maybe like a 5 or 10% difference.
Geo, very difficult to deal with. Super finally getting there. Nice work on the fadeaways, but he's lost the front line battle, and now Rocker are pressing forward with something. Nice shots at Nero and a Paul, find themselves 2 more, and that is again Heretics. They are well up the creek. No paddle in sight.
Yeah, welcome to hell. Nero's just waiting for either one of his teammates to die or someone in the left lane, but I guess it was too easy that he went blind. But even where Nero falls, Paul here on a 3, right here to pick him up. Trades maybe not going to be out and about. Actually, Rocker have pumped the brakes. They're happy to slow the game clock down because, again, you are just a massive thorn in their side.
Oh, yeah. Estriel, a tremendous barb. Oh, come on, son. 7 now. He's so close to the Hellstorm as well. Can he stay alive? At least get 1 more kill. Some points, maybe. Lovely movement, but lucky there. Just in the nick of time to take care of business. 20 odd seconds remaining here, and nice shots out of Real. Going to get the Heretics back out into the open. Are they able to get towards either of the zones? A is going to be the only one they can really touch base on here, and it might be the round. I don't know if anyone's actually going to be able to get here in time. A good bit of work from Rocker on the defense.
Yeah, and Rancor was just chilling over by helicopter for so long. He doesn't hop onto the point until there's 6 seconds. And yeah, those kills are just free. Real trying to make an impact on the B zone. Can't get anything done. And that has just been a brutal blender of a round. I mean, that is a devastation effort in that moment. Heretics, unfortunate for them. They had nothing going.
Unreal. Well, that's 2 perfect rounds so far from Rocker. Walking through this one happily. They've got a massive advantage in the segments as well as the kills so far. So defense for round 5 if we have to get there, but they're on track for a good one. We've still seen plenty of comebacks here in control. Heretics can have another stab at the defense now, and it's just all smiles from Rocker, as it should be. Something is very funny in that camp. That's 2 rounds now in a row where they're giggling.
From what I understand, all these guys are just fantastic friends. Like, great chemistry in and out of game. They all live together over in Texas, and they've just been building the vibe. So a fun squad. Even when they were down 5-0 in the S&D, they were still laughing about it, which is a fantastic sign, I would say.
Yeah, wonderful mental resolve. Paul and Gio get the first kills there for the Rocker boys. They battle their way across the open side of top mid, and no one's going to be home. You've still got space there to work with. Nero finds himself on the inside of Granny's. Glass break. Super, though. Still too dangerous to deal with. He and Real get theirs. Heretics now with a lot of presence across top.
I wonder what Estriel wants to do in this moment. His teams, they're just going to be getting spawn killed relentlessly, so he's going to have to be the player to find a way to open things up. So Estriel's got to debate what zone do you go for, and everybody else has to get past Real. You got Estriel, though, and Paul X have opened up the B section of the map, and there's all the kills rolling through. That's a clean 4 down in the feed, and now Estriel already on this B zone. The capture going quick.
Absolute. Whoa, what an awkward fight there from Real. That stun might connect, but the teammates, they're not going to be able to get anywhere near that B zone. First segment gone. Second on the way out as well. Can Real find a window to get his way through the low route? His teammates now through spawn. They're about to get pinched by Nero as well. This could be huge. Oh, no need. Geo finds 2 upstairs. 22 to 17. The life count of the B zone is about to be captured.
Yeah, and that's the different look at the B zone. The spawns get a little bit more distant there from Heretics, and I said a quick capture out of like instinct, but no, they just left Estriel on it for the longest time for the solo cap because it was so much easier to just watch every other lane of approach. So a beautiful moment. You go from getting spawn killed to running them over. A 7 life advantage, plenty of time in Estriel. I mean, he is all class. Another 5 spree. I mean, this is just insanity what they're putting together on the minimap.
Yeah, I'm loving what I'm seeing at Nero as well. These are good shots, folks. That is not a long barrel on that man's Jackal. Fantastic work. Paul's on a 5 as well. Estriel once again close enough to the streaks. Can he get back inside it? You may as well soak this out, son. Just staying on the outside, looking for the regen. He gets a little bit of damage, not for the kill, and that is a big one. It's not enough, though, to get the streaks there. He might have got it, but who needs it, man? Rocker, you boys absolutely smoked him on protocol.
Yeah, apologies to Easy Mac because the kill feed bugging out towards the end is going to make his life miserable, but it's not miserable for Rocker. That was a beautifully played protocol control offense, having so much success, and as soon as they got out of the spawn trap, things were singing so much sweeter, and that's a vibey squad. You don't get devastated when you're in the spawn trap. You don't get down on yourself. You trust your teammates to figure out a way to bail yourself out, and they do exactly that. And those boys snapped into position on the minimap. Every single player in the right spot at the right time when you needed. Plenty of multi-kills like rolling through. I feel like Looney, the coach for Minnesota Rocker, is going to be a happy man.
Absolutely. Well, I did call it. I mean, the first 2 maps bang out. It's the third one. Yeah, who knows, mate? There you go. Well, Vault Hardpoint. This could be very interesting indeed. Red card S&D will be needed for the Heretics fans, but right now Vault is where we go next. Say goodbye to Protocol. 3-0. Highlights are going to be all Rocker. Outside of the first round with Rancor, we give Gula love. Minnesota put on a show for us there. Masterful play and sensational work. Drive-by hipfire is Nero. He had himself a map.
Yeah, all these gunfights, yeah, just continue. Those are some of the most ridiculous I feel like we have in Black Ops 6, the little zip battles. But all things considered, I feel like any take a gander at the minimap, Rocker just knew when they needed to post up, get kills, or when they needed to fly forward. Even this little run from Geo, maybe not a big fan of me, like him having to trade out Lucky, but he ended up being the man in the perfect position. As soon as he gets all those kills as well, just starts attacking their spawn. Make sure you force the most distant one possible. So, I mean, Rocker quite literally doing everything. Estriel had himself a blender of a map as well, and Nero wins absurd gunfights, long barrel or not. I mean, him at range with the Jackal. I can't do it. I'm not that good. Not even close.
I think the one difference, he might be able to equip recoil springs, which we're not able to do in ranked, but hey, who knows, Lawrence? If you're listening, my friend, we'd love to have that change, because us submachine gun players probably sweating a little bit more.
When you say we, what do you mean? That's a you thing.
You
I like this meta personally. I've been enjoying myself.
What you talking about? I'm with the Rocker boys here. I'm all smiles going to this one. Well, Vault on its way, folks. Charles, how do we feel about the Vault? Which way are we leaning here? Which way are we dressing?
Well, just to regurgitate what we were saying before map 3, the protocol probably a must-win for Heretics, just because on map 4 you have Minnesota Rocker, an immaculate record on Vault. I'm not trying to say they're the best team in the game on that map. They are certainly not. They have had a ton of nail-biter victories, but like every single time it comes down to the wire on that map specifically, they come out on top every single time. And if we're just going to be stats junkies on this one, map 1s for Minnesota Rocker have been terrible on this year. The 2-point loss provided that same sort of category in this series. But map 4, Minnesota Rocker, very different hard point team, a lot stronger in the deeper series.
Yeah, the longer it goes, the harder it gets for the team playing Rocker. 5-0. Oh dear. Well, the 2-4 is nothing crazy because, again, statistically, we can give the Heretics a little bit of wiggle room here with Super on the roster, but it's not been a bad showing for him whatsoever. Can he give us another superb performance? Can we see a little bit of that super magic to help the Heretics force to game 5? That red card will be interesting if we get there, but until then, it's all good for Minnesota Rocker, our Saiyans, stronger after every fight. Can they close out here? Surely, Chance, surely, again, the map favored them. Right now, performance and everyone's individual plays looking good. This has got to be Rocker's map to lose.
You'd imagine, and keep in mind, Rocker can play with zero fear because they don't mind a map 5 either. They go to a map 5, they get more airtime, everybody's happy, but Real, obviously, on the side of Heretics, will be the man of the hour, the lethal threat, a god amongst men on the skyline, only 40 bomb in the lobby, and Nero kept up with him in the damage category, but the multi-kill machine that Real was, I mean, quite literally the main reason why they were able to win that nail-biter game. So look for a good performance for him on the Vault. Question is, can he capitalize? Maybe some of the more important stats we saw from Minnesota Rocker on this map. 4th overall in holds, so super strong when they're able to get those rotations, but they're even better at the breaks. So Rocker, they will deliver no matter how bad the situation might be.
Hey, Estriel, nice 2. They line up for a moment. Their last man left alive is going to be Geo for a second, and he's doing everything he can to keep this hard point out of anyone's hands. Good stuff. Yep, you're on the ball again. Nice drive by Intel, damage as well. Dum 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 dum. Hard point had Rocker.
Yeah, how about that for the teamwork as well? Geo has 0 kills, but probably 3 different assists, helping out all these engagements. And then being able to flip the spawns. This is quite literally as good as it gets, and he didn't have no kills because he wasn't shooting. Able to collect a pair as well. Unfortunately, they do not block the spawn, so they're going to have to cut their losses and reposition. And Paul X, the man of the hour, he is there as well.
Paul Eximus, Maximus, Decimus, Kick-Assimus. Over to the new hard point we go. Nero, the lone man, surrounded right now, but Geo gets rid of Real before he gets any shenanigans the diving board done. And it is a perfect hard point so far for Rocker. Spawns to the back right now for the Heretics, but again, you're set up for this. There's the split. Super will get to the fight a little late. And surely you'll start to identify this, but no need. Oh dear, Nero out of the hard point into the kill feed. Ah, come on.
I was about to say, Paul gave him that one shot call out, and there was 0 hesitation to kick open that door. Nero, one of the straightest shots we have in the league, and even guys like Paul, they have been delivering. Might have jinxed him in the moment. Nero finally falls after 5, but this is for 20 seconds of scrap time that, frankly, I don't know who's going to get because everybody spawned in the back.
Yeah, we're on the back still. I mean, that's a nice, yeah, trade's complete. See you later, folks. 7 measly seconds. All the Heretics were able to squeeze from that unbelievably difficult setup Rocker held there. Over now towards P3. And not a fun hard point whatsoever. Nero's going to be the man from down low. Rancor reads it, deals with him, and that's going to be a little bit of time. Hopefully now going towards the Heretics. As let's face it, they need it.
Yeah, it's super though. He gives you the biggest win. He had players trying to pour in through line, and dear God, maybe he didn't have the biggest win. Maybe the biggest win is Geo, who just sliding out, challenging top art like that. Those are ungodly gunfight wins, and this is just continuous where Geo is doing whatever he wants. He has been playing with newfound confidence this year, and frankly, well earned.
Yeah, well, indeed. Time though still for the Heretics. A couple of good kills. Trophies now in place. You should be able to string some of this together. 25. Get the ball rolling right now, Miami. That's what you need. 20 seconds to go, and it's not looking great. That's 3 down instantly. Is Nero now still trying to keep something going? Rocker have been a force here on ball so far. And I was going to say things have slowed down, but they absolutely have not. Rocker full control. 3 dead again. It's just magnificent work from Minnesota.
Yeah, and because of the Nero spawn out, he just gets to be annoying on the other side of the map. So Heretics are not even remotely close to being able to contest. Rancor wins a nice gunfight on Geo, but I think Geo is just going to spawn right in the back, so it's still fine. The next player that followed was Nero, and he actually spawns out. So Heretics, they're just going to fly through. They were so distant, and then they just shred you. The hold not looking good for Minnesota now.
They all line up through the back door. Is this going to pay off? Yeah, it will for a second. Good shots out of Super. Nice work from Rancor. Everyone wins their ones. Pressure now all through that one side of the map. Lucky lines them up. Lucky finds 2. Real's nade damages as well. Now to the other side we go. Nero with a pinch. Lovely shots from Geo there at range. As Real, is he going to time this right? Yeah, he is. Lovely stuff. Somehow walks away with no friendly fire damage.
Dude, this is just looking like a 0 ping lobby where everybody is getting shredded. Like, got like players in power positions in the top windows just getting evaporated off the map. But that is a, make no mistake, massive bailout moment from the Heretics. That could have been a devastating P4, but they find a way to break through. As you pointed out, Miles, they win a ton of their ones just to make sure everybody is contributing. And now long-term, maybe in a decent spot. Lucky blocking the spawns for P2. Everybody else collecting the kills to try to get these guys out of this P1 time. Still going to be mixy because the Jackals provide, but Real final few gunfights here. But his very best to keep things active. A P1 worth fighting for.
His best wasn't sadly good enough. It's Paul. He finds a couple there. Over to Super. Oh, lovely damage on the second player. Enough for Rancor to get in there. Sure is. Enough for Rancor to get a second kill, though. Somehow stay alive in this position. The timing might be great. Not enough for the trophy, though, sadly. Paul! Wow, what a play. 3 down. Once again, hard point Rocker.
Yeah, ooh, those spawns, though. Oh, those spawns, though.
Oh, they didn't see it. They don't read it. Estral. That's a problem, innit, mate? Hey, there we go. New hard point. Still squirrely spawns. Where's number 2 gonna know? Number 2's left-hand side, so this is a wild scenario. Good luck, Super. Fight your way out of this one. First kill goes his way. The second does as well. Absolute bloody pandemonium.
I mean, as it should be. Heretics get the break, and in the mixy moments of the P2, Minnesota, we'll test the grit. We'll just go to a listen-in.
I got him.
Teaser
I'm cutting. I cut it. There's one of those. Nice, good shit. Two there. One absolute. They're just on front. We're blocking the back. Close try. I'm back. You need me. Close try. I got it. And absolute the back.
I have a truck.
Super. Nice. One's on the back. One's on the front truck on you. He didn't get out.
One's close front. Still hallway.
I'm not close to it.
He's big on top.
I don't see all. Nice.
He jumped on mid, I think.
He might go ball. Looking for middle. We're sitting in middle.
I'm in full.
Diving out. I want that shirt now.
This guy's gonna spawn gold.
Missing Rancor.
He's
He's close.
one shot lucky. I swear to God.
Mid-pillars, real. He got, bottom art. I'll go bottom art.
I'm going lion. I'm guaranteeing
gold.
Tom.
They're playing gold and art.
Bottom art on me, Real.
Still gold.
There's no, I'm
I'm
going
trying to get
on.
that from Con. Good.
Real,
I'm holding middle there.
Real,
He's on the mid car. He's stunned on the car.
Real,
I can't see him. Real. Lucky one shot in the car.
Real, one shot.
All good. Just make sure you don't get the top. Hold the middle.
Real's going lion. Top art.
He's gonna be you.
Might go you. He's gonna go you.
Top art. Wait, top art.
Let's try to get time. Let's try to get some time.
I'm trying to how are you?
All open pillar.
Yo, come on, weak as fuck, super.
I'm shooting.
He's dead.
Nice, good shit.
One might be one might be. Lucky. I'm turning around.
I got you.
I'm playing him. One shot dead.
Make sure right.
I try to
right.
That's on right.
Palm tree.
Yo, I do square. We're good.
Yeah, there's one deep. Yeah.
I have all your right cross mark.
I'll get Tom. I'm back it up.
I'll get Tom.
I'll play my
Deep left. I'm in new.
Okay, there's two pool.
I'm trying out right.
One's going T0, one's going home. I'll get that one.
Bullet super.
Yeah,
I'll get top square.
Go middle left.
Middle dead.
Nice, I got left cross.
I have your right cross.
Left. I get bottom bar weak. I hold right now. No, he's not bottom bar yet.
I'm one shot.
I'm going further. I'm going further. Back right again.
I have your right cross. You have my left still?
Yeah. Back right cross.
Back right rail. Nice as shit. I want to be close to you. Nice as shit. Front door, super.
Side door, nice.
I'm blind out. They're fun.
It's an absolutely brilliant work chance from Minnesota Rocket. These boys are doing it all.
This is why I couldn't believe the first go around on P40 that they got broken down, because 2 times now they've achieved so much space on the map as the hill pops that, like, it's just the dream situation. So easy to call out. I have this cross, I'm looking this, you have my back. Yet there's so much time to coordinate it, and Rockers certainly make that one look a lot easier. And this is just shaping up to be a blowout. I think Super at this point, he's just happy when he dies to a Rocker player rather than his teammates nading him.
All right, that's unfortunate. It's a nice 3 in the feed there, though, for the Heretics boys. Back over to P1 we go for the third go around. And what a serious hard point this has been for Minnesota Rocker. A sensational display of skill here on Vault. Good comms, great gunny. And they've been super soaking. Bit of a retake situation here, going to get that break. And that's nice work from Paul and Gio. Back over the point. Lucky banged up, dealt with it. That's going to be another one. Over to Super. Can he find some time here? The trophy's now complete their job. Their duty has ended, but yeah, so has the Heretics boys. That's Rocker back in the point once again. And Rancor is doing everything he can, man.
I mean, you know, we're trying, but it has just been a tough one here on Vault. Map never looking too good for them, and they've just gotten pieced up by a different player on Rocker every single time. This time it was, I think, Gio that threw up 2 in the feed. Previously it was Nero, and I think Rocker with a lead this comfortable, they're just allowed to play with a lot more freedom. On P2, though, Rocker players are going to end up spawning out, or at least one of them does, so maybe a moment for an early break. You'll be in the time first, but you do not have those back spawns.
Or you don't have anything. Lucky tries to help out and he just gets taken care of. Towards the back we now go. Estriel, he and Gio lock it back down. Rancor brought down as well. Wonderful work from Rock. Another final push towards the hard point. And this could be game. Hold on, boys. A little bit of extra spice from Estriel. You don't see too much of that. 25 for the win.
Yeah, I think Estriel just a friendly welcome to the league, but it is not easy around these parts. And looking for the little victory lap. Maybe not going to be the MP2 though. Heretics applying the pressure. Super responds with his body getting shot by picking up 2 and breaking the hill. So they certainly got some fight in them, but Super is now dead. 3 teammate deaths, this one being his own. Unlucky.
Unlucky is the name of the game, not the name of the player right now. Rancor battling for the new time, and it's going to be a matter of seconds. Do what you can, Heretics. We like to say it has to be perfect play from here on out, but that is not possible, folks. A single second is all Paul needs. Brought down by Rencor. Estriel's trades. The last dive of Rocker. The last battle across the map. And a single second is all they need for the series.
249 to like 120. I mean, you know, we'll be testing the absolute ultimate, especially on a hill like this. The way you have to get tested, there's simply gonna be no hope. Paul Extos, you could just throw in insane chows. This is the levee, the dam being held, Miles, the wall. It's been built.
Yeah, and when the levee breaks, it's going to be something. Pulls in again and again. There it.
Oh my God! Come on, boys.
It's over to Geo now. The race is on, and Heretics hold it. And Nero has had enough of this. He's just planted it in the new hard point. He's like, dude, I'm done. I'd rather we just get on with this. And no one from the Heretics.
No one on Heretics even rotated. So like,
nah, they
maybe just in time. Doesn't matter.
There you go. A single gunfight nearly push this series further, and I'd be laughing too. Minnesota Rocker get the job done. Oh, it's a tough one for the Heretics. Still though, Super, welcome to the league. An admirable performance and a wonderful, wonderful display in the S&D. Not quite enough to bring down Rocker though.
Yeah, no, absolutely had some fantastic looks, but I think even just on the hard point we just saw, very difficult to coordinate with the new man on the squad. A sequence where he got naded by 2 different teammates in 2 different situations in like a 30-second span, and